You will now be aware that Lauren Dickason has been sentenced as of yesterday for killing her 3 children, Leanne, Maya and Carla, in one of the most horrific episodes I think I have ever experienced vicariously through the media, I have to say, in my life. It was a tragedy that set everybody on edge, because for every woman who has children and those who do not, the concept that a mother could take so long to kill 3 small, and on the basis of the photos we've seen, charming and lovely little children in Timaru just a few years ago, struck us as still horror. Nothing that we see on a screen, no movie that has ever been made could possibly ever approach the level of instinctive horror that New Zealanders felt when they first became aware of the Lauren Dickason case and the murder of these 3 small children in Timaru. Well, a number of people almost instantly, and I can remember having this argument, it was a visceral argument within my family, actually. A number of women in particular almost refused to believe that that was possible. Now, I'm a man, and I've been, as you know, a single parent for, oh God, how long have it now? 11 years, and raised children through their childhood and adolescence as well. So I guess I'm half woman. But the reality is that I was always struck by the number of women, not a majority, but a significant minority of women who instantly, upon hearing the news, said she had to be mad. And my view on this was she had to be evil. And those two views are irreconcilable. She's morally evil, and this is a despicable act, and she needs to go to hell on that view. And then there was the other view that many women, in actual fact, promoted, mothers as well, saying, no, women don't do that. Mothers don't do that. She had to be mad. Well, it was played out in a High Court jury trial, and after some deliberation, 11 of the 12 jurors found that she was guilty of murder, and that they rejected the defence argument that she was mad. Yesterday, the sentencing of Lauren Dickason by Justice Manda in the Christchurch High Court, and her sentencing to 18 years in starting in Hillmorton Hospital. There's a bit of a misnomer about that. I think it's been poorly reported. She is not going to serve her 18 years in Hillmorton Hospital or some form of psychiatric institution. She's going to start her sentence there until Justice Manda ruled yesterday she's well enough to be returned to the prison population. But he did something else yesterday which almost seemed to sabotage the verdict. And this is a good time to bring in an expert in the criminal law, and particularly in criminal defence, Marie Dyhrberg, the Auckland District Law Society president now. I think she is as well. And she joins us now. Marie, lovely to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all, Michael. Good morning.
You are an expert defence witness. I have observed you personally in your cases. You and I might have different political views, but you're very, very, very good at your job. So that's why I'm talking to you, Marie, because I respect your opinion and view on this. Yesterday's sentencing by Justice Manda, can I just first of all say, from the perspective of non-experts such as yourself and people who aren't steeped in defence law and case law such as yourself, it seemed odd to us that a jury found her guilty of murder of these 3 beautiful little children, and Justice Manda gave her 18 years yesterday, but she could be walking free in 6 years. Can you explain that to us, please?
No, certainly. Michael, in terms of her having been found guilty of murder, then that jury found that she was criminally liable in all ways of the law for the death, and there was no way that there was any excuse, any legal excuse for what she did. So therefore, in law, she was the judges. But with all people who are found guilty of whatever charges there are, other that come into place. So whilst she could not advance insanity, the jury rejected that, so that they felt that she knew what she was doing in terms of what she actually physically did to the children, and that she knew or could not, beyond reasonable doubt, say that she did not morally know what she was doing. Infanticide was the other advanced defence,
Yes, that's
and
right.
the jury rejected that as well. That would have allowed her to face a 3-year imprisonment. So therefore, in law, she's guilty of murder. However, what the judge has to do, and what he did yesterday, was to say, is there any mitigation? Are there any reasons why, in sentencing Laura Dickason, the normal life imprisonment, and also what were the causes around why she offended as she did? Now, everybody in law, in the court, will face a judge saying, what were the causes, what was behind what you did? And that was one of the things that the judge did say, is that her severe mental illness, so while she did not, in law, escape being held responsible, he still found, with all the medical evidence on her mental health, that she was indeed suffering severe mental illness that was deteriorating in the months leading up. So that was the cause of what she did. So you can still say she's still guilty of murder, but however, what was the cause of why she did what she did is her severe mental illness. And that is why he was able to say, from what he knew, he heard all the evidence from all the experts in the trial, that she was indeed in the grip of a major depressive episode and suffering severe mental illness. Therefore, she is not as responsible in law for somebody who deliberately goes out or shoots somebody, or is, somebody who intends, or any other reasons that you might find. It is a very unusual situation, but when people do come before the courts, and they do, and they are not able to use insanity or infanticide, which is very rare, a very rare defence to run, nonetheless, you look at the cause, and then that sentencing has to be proportionate to the cause why she did what she did.